1,137 games in a row. Wally Pitt played for a different team.
Yeah, well, listen, if Lou Gehrig was taking your spot, it's probably a guy you really didn't want to ever get the opportunity to.
All right, here we go. How about, I'm going to go, I'll change it up a little bit. How about Buster Olney?
Baseball writer. Yeah, baseball writer. He could replace the Big Mac.
All right, 2 more. Mr. Jim Brown.
Running back. Yep. Mr. Jim Brown.
That's right.
The Express.
That's right.
How old would he be? He'd probably be in his what?
Shoot, I don't know. I never write that down. I got to start writing
probably
that down.
Probably in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, he probably would be. Yeah. All right. And then, guess what? Probably the GOAT of basketball.
Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan's birthday today.
And listen, happy birthday to Michael Jordan.
Hey, man.
Daytona 500 champion owner.
Yeah?
That's pretty cool. Right?
Yeah, how about that?
All right. So, I got trivia. I got Michael Jordan trivia today.
I'm trying to get the answer straightened out for a trivia question I'm working on, but you can go ahead.
All right, you're going to be, all right. What was the most points in a game scored in a game by Michael Jordan?
Collegiate or
NBA?
Okay, professional. Wasn't it 60? Is there 60?
I'm going to say 65. It was pretty high.
It was 60 or 63, I feel like. I think it was 60.
About 69 on March 28, 1990 against the Cleveland Cavaliers. He scored 60-plus 5 times in his career. So how many scoring titles did Mr. Michael Jordan win? Four.
I'm going 6.
Oh, y'all. You got it right. 10.
Oh, hey, look at that.
6 plus 4 is 10.
What?
Wow.
You got 10?
Yep.
Wow.
How many times did he win the league MVP?
5.
6.
5. How many times was he the NBA Finals MVP?
He's got a few finals.
Yeah, how many were they in? They won, what, 6?
Nah.
Did they win 6?
They won at least 6. How many did they? I'm going to say it was 6.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
All right, I got one more for you. He has the highest all-time points per game in the playoffs. How many points per game did he score in the playoffs?
I mean, I want to say it's like 33 or 34 points a game.
Yeah, I was going to go with 30.
33.45 highest all-time. Also, all right, here we go. Michael Jordan is one of only 8 players to get the basketball triple crown, which is an NCAA title, an NBA title, and an Olympic gold medal.
Yep. On that
7 other players have done that. Can you name any of them?
Okay. A collegiate title.
Yep.
NBA title and gold medal.
Gold medal.
You know who should be on that list but is not? Carmelo Anthony.
You are correct.
Because he never won an NBA title.
Not on this list.
Okay. You asked if I can name any of them.
Any of them, yeah. Other than Michael Jordan.
Grant Hill.
No.
Did Grant Hill not win? No. Did he? I guess he didn't win an NBA championship. Because he was on Duke's championship team and Dream Team.
Were any of these guys on the same Dream Team that Michael Jordan was in the Olympics?
I guarantee
they had to be, right?
Yes, one of them was.
Now I got to think about where these guys went to college.
Is it Karl Malone? No, he never won a championship in the NBA.
Nope.
Gosh, that's a good question, Brian.
You will know all of these players except for one.
When did we first? Well,
I'll give you one. The one you're not going to know.
Okay.
Clyde Laviolette did it. He was in 52 Kansas Jayhawks. He won the NBA title in 63 and 64 with the Celtics, and he won the gold medal in 52. The rest of them, the other 6, you will know these players when I.
What about Magic? He had a title in
Magic Johnson is one.
There you go. Yeah,
ding,
that's
ding,
a good
ding.
one. Yeah, I forgot he was also on that Dream Team.
One of them happened here recently, actually.
Oh. Gosh, I don't know.
All right.
Oh! No. Larry Bird didn't win a college national championship.
Correct.
No, because he lost.
Lost
It was
Magic.
against Magic.
Lost the Magic.
I feel like Bill Russell's probably on the list, but I don't know if he ever won an Olympic gold medal.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
I mean, he won everything.
1956.
I was trying to think of this recent one. Who's going to be the recent guy?
Anthony Davis.
Ding, 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 ding.
There you go.
Kentucky, the Lakers.
The Lakers.
He actually won 2 gold medals in
Yep.
2012 and 2024. And actually, Michael Jordan's on here winning 2 gold medals. They are the only 2 on this list
That
that
won
won 2.
multiple. Yeah.
All right. You want me to give you the other 3 that you don't have? And you will. No, you said Bill Russell, right?
I did say Bill Russell.
So there's only 3 that you didn't get. And you will know who they are. One of them is Casey Jones,
Okay. Yep.
who actually was on the same teams with Bill Russell.
With Bill Russell. Yeah. That makes sense.
Jerry Lucas,
Ooh.
the logo.
Yep.
Ohio State
Is
and the Knicks. And then the Olympics in 1960. And the other one is Quinn Buckner. Yep.
Yeah. Okay,
Indiana.
so I've seen this list before. Now that I'm thinking about
Indiana,
it.
Boston,
Yep.
and 1976. So there you go.
That's a good question.
Those are the
Very good
8
question.
players with the Triple Crown of basketball.
I can't get an answer to the question I was looking for, so I'm going to just pass and I'll try to do it next week or something.
All right.
That's a good one. They're good trivia there, Brian. Bryson, way to get us going on the Magic Johnson. That one totally
Yeah.
escaped me.
All right, let's moving right along. All right, so baseball season has begun. The pitchers and catchers have reported spring training is starting. And I noticed the World Baseball Classic, which we'll talk about a little bit here, is like 2 weeks from Thursday it starts. And I believe there's games this weekend coming up in spring training. Question number 1, can anyone beat the Dodgers?
The Huff High School football team. They've got every top player from every program transferring there. I mean, I figured it'd be them. Can anyone beat the Dodgers? Yes. A team that scores more runs than them.
Okay.
No, I mean, honestly, can they be beat 100%? Because the Dodgers are probably their biggest enemy is going to be themselves this year.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Defending champ, you got a lot.
Two-time
defending champ. You got a lot of talent on that field. You got. I don't know if egos is the word I want to use, but I mean, let's face it. They're professional athletes and they have egos. There's no way they don't.
Right.
And I think Dave Roberts has done a good job making sure it doesn't get to anyone's heads too much. It's a different story this year, again, being the 2-time champ, and everyone's thinking, well, I want mine. So we'll see how they do. Obviously, pitching is going to be the big thing for them, I think, because I think their offense, pitching is going to be the big thing for them. Everything else should be fine.
Right.
If the pitching comes through, they'll be all right. But, I mean, in the NL,
Padres, maybe.
Maybe the Pods, but I mean, maybe I think the Giants have had years where they've surprised people and been good. So I don't think the Rockies are going to be any good. And I don't think the Diamondbacks will be any good. So the Giants and the Pods could be all right. I'm just trying to think in the National League. I mean, obviously the Phillies are going to be good. Phillies will be good.
Phillies will be good.
I think the Braves. I mean, losing what's his name, Ozuna.
Yeah.
Losing him, I think, hurts a little bit, but if they stay healthy, they could be good.
Think about it. They were probably one of the best teams 2 years ago, and they just had a down year last year, and then had quite a few pitching injuries, and that'll kill you.
So they got to stay healthy. I mean, the Cubs were good last year.
Yeah, they were.
It's going to be hard. I think if someone's going to beat the Dodgers, it's going to be a team in the World Series and out of the American League. That's my honest opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, you think so? So you think they'll get to the World Series?
As of right now, with a very early take, with the outside looking in, yeah, I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah,
I mean, there's so much that has to go right, obviously, in such a long season. But there's no reason they shouldn't be back.
Well, if I think back to last year, weren't they like really, really hot almost the whole first half of the season, right? And we were talking about how many games they were going to win, and then they kind of cooled off for a stretch there right after the All-Star game.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. That, like, I would call that the middle.
Yeah, because like they were pretty far ahead of the Padres, remember? And then the Padres kind of drew back in because the Dodgers kind of slumped a little bit.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, it was like that. I want to call it that three-quarter mark of the season, I guess I would say. And, you know, we talk about this all the time. It's been baseball. If you're hot going into the playoffs, you obviously it's all about when your momentum starts going. And the Dodgers, you're right, they absolutely slumped after the All-Star break, but then they got hot just before the playoffs started.
Yeah.
And that's what carried them.
Well, the thing is, it's such a there's a lot of random outcomes in baseball. Think about it. Clutch hits, your bullpen blows up in a game or two, and all of a sudden you're in trouble.
Yeah, you got a guy for the Blue Jays who's like been scoreless, I think, in the playoffs, and then gives up a bomb in the Game 7 of the World Series, or whatever game that was. It Game 7? It was Game 7 of the World Series where that the Blue Jays closer comes in and gave up that game time. Yeah. So
all right. So then over in the American League, though, you're going to talk about the Blue Jays. Obviously, they were in the World Series last year. Mariners were pretty good, and then of course the evil Empire, your good buddies in New York. They're always good. And I don't know that your team's going to be too bad either. I think they're going to be pretty good.
I think we'll be all right. I think that the first two, right off the bat, are the first two that come to mind. The Mariners were, you know, a moment away essentially from being in the World Series. They got what do they call him? The Big Dumper?
The Big Dumper.
The Big Dumper coming back, hitting Cal Raleigh, hitting some homers. So, I mean, they'll be good. Their pitching's going to have to, again, and we talk about this, but the pitching is a big thing for them as well because the offense should be good. The Blue Jays, I mean, listen, outside looking in, again, no reason why I don't think they couldn't make it back.
Right.
I hate saying this, but the Yankees are due to actually do something. Like, not just be good in the regular season, not win the division title, not make it past an AL East team in the first round of the playoffs. They are due to do something.
Yeah.
So it's, I mean, I'm not going to say they're going to be good, but they should be. They should be good. Yeah. You know, there's a team I wonder about too, who again 2 years ago was really good and then had a down year last year. So I wonder if it was a fluke. The Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah,
because they've got a bunch of young talent on that team.
Well, they also signed Pete Alonso. Exactly,
picking up the guy from the Mets that's going to hopefully add to that offense.
Yeah.
That's a team I would watch out for in the East as well, or excuse me, in the AL. But I mean, outside of, I don't think anybody in the Central is going to be any good. I mean, out
Mariners in the West.
Yeah, the Mariners. Houston, I guess, could come into play, but yeah, I mean, it's really, to me, it's AL East and the Mariners in the West. Yeah. And when I say the AL East, obviously we're not including
Indians, but we forgot about the Indians. There, you don't think they're?
I'm not sold on them. Okay. I'm really not. I think it's the Blue Jays, Red Sox, Yankees in the East, and the Baltimore Orioles that could be in the mix. Who's that fifth team I'm forgetting? Oh, Tampa. Yeah. No, they won't be good. Well,
we say that every year, and then they are.
Yeah.
And they're right in there.
If we open up week one with them, or our first game of the season with them, they'll be good. So I don't know. I mean, the Dodgers are probably the team to beat, but they can be beat.
Yeah.
They can be beat.
Yep.
No one is unbeatable in baseball.
This is true. This is true. And we'd have to look. I might have to look this up for next week. When is the last time anybody won 3 World Series in a row? Do you know? If not, I'm going to look it up for next week.
Was it not the Yankees in the late 90s?
Yeah, you might be right.
Like 98, 99, 2000?
I think you're right.
Yeah, because they lost in 01 to the Diamondbacks. So, I'm pretty sure that's right.
All right, so this year the ABS system will be in use. Now, okay, I did some research today. I thought they were using this for calling the balls and strikes, but they're not. They're using the ABS challenge system. The umpires will still call the balls and strikes, and then the players, the pitcher, the catcher, and the batter can actually challenge the call or not. And then from what I saw today is it'll get shown up on the Jumbotron when they challenge it.
Yeah.
When they challenge it.
Is there, and I haven't really looked this up, you'll probably know, is there limited challenges you could do?
2.
Yes.
Limited at 2.
Per at bat?
Per game. Right.
So is each
for
player?
a whole game.
Because what I want to if a player's challenging like a check swing or something like that, that's one of the team's challenges. Or
no, I'm talking about the ABS thing. I think Bryson's right. I didn't look up the number, but I think Bryson's right.
I'm talking about the ABS.
So the ABS, I think there's a limit. It's like 2 or 3.
I think it's 2 for the whole game. If they enter extra innings, then they get more.
But here's the deal: if you challenge and you get right, you don't lose it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. So it is. I think you're right.
If you lose 2, it's like okay, your judgment's
done.
off tonight,
right? And you're done.
Yeah.
But if you challenge and you get it right, you don't lose it. So essentially, you could have 20 of them.
They need to let the umpires challenge after these guys swing at a pitch in the dirt. Be like, oh, hold on, yep, that was a ball. Yeah, no, I mean,
like it or not,
I'm cool with it. How they're going to do it. The umpires call ball and strikes, and the ABS being in there for the challenges.
Now, here's the interesting thing that comes along with this. You know how when you watch a game on TV and the box is up there and the little dot shows up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, number one, the dots are not, it used to be.
It's when it crosses the plate.
No, wait a minute. Strike was one color and a ball was a different color. Well, number one, that's not happening anymore. They're clear.
Okay.
And number 2, there's a 9-second delay.
Oh.
And you know why that is?
So
that somebody can't be back in the clubhouse watching.
Oh.
No. So that somebody can't be back in the clubhouse watching it on TV and then relay real quick to the batter, challenge it because it's a ball or it's a strike.
Well, listen, what's the pitch clock? 20 seconds?
30 seconds or 20.
9 seconds is plenty of time.
You're 20.
I mean, it's kind of close, but 9 seconds is plenty of time. You think about it.
Unless there's a rule about how soon you have to challenge it. That I didn't look up.
That could be.
I didn't realize either. There's a 9-second delay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting.
Because you don't think teams would have started doing that, do you? If there was no delay, you don't think they would have had somebody back there in some kind of signaling process?
Not in baseball.
No. You would have had somebody in the dugout, right? Like watching it on DirecTV on their phone, and then the guy's goes like this with his hat or something, right? No, they wouldn't.
Your trash can.
They wouldn't do that. Yeah. They wouldn't do that, would they?
Nobody would challenge the integrity of Major League Baseball.
I still don't think 9 seconds is enough to really offset that. I mean, maybe it does just a little bit, but I mean, I don't know. I think it'll still happen. I think you definitely would see that. But there's no rule in place that I've read out of the things that I've seen today that says that, that is completely outruling that. They haven't done a lot to prevent that. Yeah. As of now. I'm sure they will in the future because I'm sure that'll become an issue.
Oh, yeah. Somebody will figure it out. Yeah, they'll figure it out. Yeah. And they're not going to show it and evidently they're not showing it in the stadium. I guess I haven't been to a big league game in a while, but evidently, last year at the games, they were showing the box up on the Jumbotron all the time. Mm-hmm. So they won't show it anymore.
Yeah.
You don't get to see it you don't get to see it in the stadium unless there's a challenge.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
So we'll see how all this is going to work out. We'll see how many challenges there actually are. What happens if, I didn't think about this. What happens if the guy steals a base and they call it a ball in the pitcher and catcher challenge and it's a strike? He couldn't have thrown him out. Right?
Well,
okay.
They should play it through where the catcher tries to throw him out. If he throws him out.
Well, what if the count's 3 balls and 2 strikes? Right?
Well,
the pitch comes in, the umpire calls it a ball. Well, the guy can walk to second base, right? And then it comes back and it's strike 3. Does the guy get second base or they put him back on first?
These guys are going to have to play it like it's live. That's what they're going to have to do in that situation.
I know, but you're not listening to me. Hold on a second. There's a guy on first, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch comes in, and the ABS says it's ball 4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the guy essentially just walks down to second base, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So if the pitcher and the catcher challenge it and it comes back and it's a strike, I guess he goes back to first, right?
If he's walking to second base on a walk, then you send him back.
Yeah.
You send him back.
You have to do that.
Now, if it's a steal and the catcher goes to throw him out and he ends up safe anyway, he stays safe. That's my opinion. And then they go back and challenge because it wouldn't matter. Now, obviously, it depends on how many outs there are, too.
Right.
So,
Right.
But, I think if you walk down there and you're
based on a walk, and you go back.
You can't punish the player for being thrown out, but you can send him back.
Yeah.
So.
All right, next up, the World Baseball Classic comes up in 2 weeks from Thursday. We'll just do a little preview. Some interesting. I saw something. I took a picture. I got all the teams. I think the USA and Japan will be the 2 best teams. The United States team is pretty loaded.
Yeah. But they were last World Baseball Classic, too, when Japan won.
And I believe Mike Trout's not playing. He can't get insurance.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. The last time we saw a guy play in the World Baseball Classic, who was it that got hurt? It was the pitcher, wasn't it?
Diaz from the Mets, right?
Yeah.
The elite pitcher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, I guess there's that chance.
So I got one on here. Now, I didn't watch the last World Baseball Classic, but there's a team in here that I find quite interesting, and that would be Cuba. Have they been in it before?
I think so. I feel like they have.
I'd be interested to see how they actually do.
Yeah, I mean, on the outside, from the outside, you look at the favorites, like you just mentioned, Japan and the U.S. Venezuela is going to be good.
The thing with them is they're in the same pool as the Dominican Republic.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Cuba had a runner-up finish in 2006.
That's what I thought.
That was the inaugural year.
Yep. All right. So you just mentioned the Dominican's going to be really good. Curacao is usually pretty good.
They are not in here.
They're not in the World Baseball Classic this year?
No.
Since when?
Wait a minute. Yes, they are. Netherlands. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the Netherlands.
As the Netherlands.
The Netherlands are going to be good.
Unfortunately, they're in there with the Dominican and Venezuela.
Boy, they're trying.
Here's your pools if you want to hear them real quick. Okay, Canada, Colombia, Cuba, Panama, and Puerto Rico.
Canada. Say that one more time.
Canada.
Yep.
Colombia.
Yep.
Cuba.
Yep.
Panama.
Yep.
Puerto Rico.
Colombia and Puerto Rico are the favorites in that pool.
Yeah. All right. Brazil, Great Britain, Italy, Mexico, and the USA. Mexico and the US.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Then Australia, Chinese Taipei, Czechia, Japan, and Korea.
Japan and Korea, I would say, but Chinese Taipei might be pretty good too.
Yeah.
So, yes. But I would say Korea and
Japan. All right. And then Pool D is the Dominican Republic, Israel, Netherlands, Nicaragua, and Venezuela.
That's a pool from hell. Like
Venezuela, Netherlands, and Dominican will all be really good.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Israel baseball, but
yeah,
guess we'll find out.
So it's coming up here in just about a week and a half.
Where are they being played?
I didn't do the venues, but I know one of them is, I believe one's in Puerto Rico, because they talked about not having the team because they have a couple of players disqualified because they don't have insurance. One of them's Puerto Rico. You got it, Bryson?
Yeah, San Juan, Houston, Texas, Tokyo, and Miami.
Yeah, Pool D is in Miami. Pool B in the quarterfinals is in Houston. The Tokyo Dome in Japan is Pool C. And, I've been to this one in Puerto Rico. The Hiram Bithorn, whatever it's called, stadium is Pool A.
San Juan.
Tell you what, it'd be a cool time to go to Japan to go for World Baseball Classic.
Cool. That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep track of that. We'll start following a little bit of baseball coming up this week. They're going to start playing some exhibition games, and we'll keep our eyes out on our favorite teams. We're going to have the Braves over here with Bryson, Ike Moen with the Brewers, Harry's there with his Red Sox, and Mark when he comes back with the Phillies, and we'll keep following it all year long.
We should do our breakdown and our projected finish of each division.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. We'll definitely do that.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to take a quick commercial break right here, and then we're going to come back, boys, and talk about the Olympics. There's been some controversy going on our new favorite sport.
Jason Alexander at A&A Sales and Service. What's going on right now, Jason?
Well, Billy, we've got special programs going on all of our hay equipment by Heston. Massey Ferguson still has 0% financing on everything they offer. And Gravely, we have 0% going on those units as well. And if you're upgrading your stuff, it's a really good time to buy a mower because not many people are buying mowers. So we're aggressively looking for mower deals.
A&A Sales and Service at 618 Turnersburg Highway in Statesville, 704-876-6700.
This is William Morgan with Capital Management Group. Think of all the fads you've seen over the years. If they were meant to last, you'd still be wearing platform shoes, driving a Firebird, playing Pac-Man. But fads don't last, and that's true in finance too. So why do many big financial institutions promote the latest investment fads? Sure, they look good now, but it's doubtful they will stand the test of time. If that's how these firms handle their money, do you really want them managing yours? At Capital Management Group, we invest with sound economic principles, not in fleeting trends. This approach has served our clients well for several generations. That's Sound financial advice never goes out of style. Let's talk about how Capital Management Group could work for you. Call us at 704-878-6677 for a free consultation or visit our website at mycmg.net.
How would you like to win 2 tickets to the Grand Ole Opry? That's right. Tune in Wednesday through Friday from 9 to 9:30 a.m. for our weekly Opry Brain Teaser. Then be ready Friday morning between 9:30 and 10 for your chance to call in and give the right answer. The first correct caller wins. We're giving away tickets every week all year long, so your odds of winning are great. Keep those radios tuned in, think fast, and good luck. You can only win once every 30 days. You must be 18 or older. So everybody has a chance to go to the Grand Ole Opry. When it comes time to repair or replace your electrical, heating, air conditioning, or other HVAC equipment, there's no better company to call than KM Electrical, Heating, and AC in Statesville. As an authorized Trane dealer, their professional staff members are all highly trained in the latest products and services and are committed to prompt project completion and high-quality work. KM Electrical, Heating, and AC is positive that they can have it up and running in no time. Call 704-876-6279 or go online to calledkm.com.
You've found your diamond in the rough. Now it's time to find a diamond to celebrate that love. R. Gregory Jewelers takes the search overseas to the diamond capital of the world, Antwerp, Belgium. We go thousands of miles to handpick from thousands of carats to discover the most beautiful diamonds before they're ever even seen by other stores. Antwerp sparkles with beauty and history, but its brilliant advantage to you is the best selection and value. For your 1 in a million, choose an Antwerp diamond from R. Gregory Jewelers.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare. You're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC-for-you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
And welcome back to the Sports Recap Show here at 92.9 WAME. I'm Harry the Menu Nostrant, again joined by the best in the biz, Brian the Professor Suarez, and the Commander, Loose Lips, Bryson Davis.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, just remember, Loose Lips sink ships.
Wait, you don't want to watch that?
What is it?
No, not at the moment. Man, they're horrible. They're horrible.
They're losing to State?
They're so.
That's all right. Hey, it doesn't matter until the 5 minutes left to go in the game what the score is for them.
Well, I'll tell you this: they don't have Vesar and they don't have Caleb Wilson again tonight. So
what's the matter with Vesar?
He didn't play against Pitt either on Saturday. He's supposedly had like a lower ankle injury, and he was sick or something. Went to Miami and got sick, and then he injured his ankle. They had it all taped up. He was suited up and ready to play when they played Pitt. But
okay.
I guess he's still out today. I don't know.
Well, hey, if you want to watch it, you can watch it on DirecTV right here streaming. They're losing 25-18.
That's okay right now.
You're good. You don't want to watch it?
I'll give it some time. Give it some
8 minutes
time
to go in the first half.
They've really, my sports teams, and this is not the topic, but they usually disappoint me. I'm used to this, but they've really let me down a lot this year. It's just been a tough couple of weeks. Outside of the Duke game, that was fun. Let's talk about the Olympics.
Let's talk about the Olympics. Hey,
do you realize that Duke and the Patriots lost in consecutive days in big games?
I know.
For me?
I'm over here talking about letdowns. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, but somebody who's not having a letdown is the USA women's hockey team.
God bless them.
Okay, real quick, before you continue about that.
Yep.
Were they favored coming into the Olympics to win the gold?
I don't think so.
I think it's a 50-50.
Because in 5 games, they've outscored their opponents 26-0.
No, they played 6 games and they've outscored them 31-1.
I said in 5 games.
Oh, in the first 5 games. You're not counting the Sweden game.
Yeah, well, no, the Sweden game was Or wait, which one? Was that the first
They
one?
just played. No, that was the last game they just played.
Wasn't that yesterday?
Oh, you're not counting the first game when there was a goal scored.
Yes, I'm talking about their last 5 games.
Okay.
Because they just set an Olympic record where they win versus Sweden in the shutout.
Yeah.
U.S. women's hockey team sets the record for longest shutout streak in women's Olympic history.
331 minutes and 23 seconds, actually. Well, you're saying the games. I think the 331 minutes goes all the way back to
I'm sure.
the first game. They have yet to trail or be tied other than 0-0.
Them ladies are good.
31 goals, 15 different goal scorers in the 31 goals. This will be the 7th gold medal game between the U.S. and Canada. I believe that Canada has won 4 times, and the U.S. has won twice. I think I got that right.
Well, what's the old adage, Brian? It's tough to beat a good team twice.
They beat Canada earlier in the tournament 5-0. I mean, beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah. The game's Thursday at 1:10 p.m. There's a good story. Hey, there is I want to tell you something about this rivalry between U.S. and Canada women's hockey. There's a good story on The Athletic today about this rivalry, how it's and it still is somewhat. When this first started, these girls would not even talk to each other when they were at these international tournaments, even though they were teammates like in college. They went so far as they would end up staying in the same hotel. If I was an American lady getting on the elevator and there's a Canadian player on there, I wouldn't even go. I'd just be like, I'll wait for the next one.
I like that.
Like it is
I like it too.
It is a nasty rivalry.
Well,
beautiful thing.
you say nasty. I think they respect each other, but it's like Duke Carolina in a lot of ways, where you're just like, sure, I respect it, but when we're on the ice,
but yeah. But the thing is, nowadays, I just don't see that as much anymore, though.
No.
You know what I mean? I mean, I like it. Like, I think it's like, hey, you know, I had kids that I played baseball with in the summer, and then they went to a different high school, right? And when we played, they were the enemy boys.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's on the other team. He's a friend of mine, but he's on the other team.
You know, I think social media has a lot to do with that, because I think there's a gap that has been bridged with that, whereas before you had so much separation between teams. When they came together, it was like, okay, these guys are the enemy. But now everybody's so intertwined and connected. It's hard. I feel like that's just absent. Like, I feel like you've lost a lot of that just in sports in general. So it is kind of like, that's just my opinion. But I just feel like when you see something like that, for them as a great example, when you see that, it's to me, it's refreshing, because I love the competition. I love the how seriously they take it, you know, and how big of a deal it is to them. Because for me as a fan that's watching for the United States, that makes me more invested just as a fan. Like, these ladies are going out there and it means this much to them. And so to me, it just makes the game totally better just all around the board. I love it. Love a good rivalry.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And you know what?
And I'll tell you what I was going to say. What was the tournament we had last year? The Three Nations?
Four Nations. Yeah.
That right there, I think, reinvigorated a little bit of international hockey rivalry between, like, the U.S. and Canada.
Oh, 100%.
And it made it, like, for me, a casual hockey fan, it made it enjoyable.
100%. It made it. And I think, you know, we talk about this as a big rivalry. I think the U.S.-Canada men are starting to get a big rivalry, too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite as big as this, because they have the NHL guys have not played on the international stage, you know, as much.
Well, that's the women's only option
for a long time. But now that's coming back, and I think you're going to see it, because next year there's no Olympics, but I believe they're doing a World Cup of hockey next year with like
it's going to be amazing.
8 teams.
It's just come along at the perfect time. Last year was great. The tournament turned out great. You had a lot of political stuff, too, that got a lot of people interested that normally wouldn't have been watching the hockey game. Now, of course, it's not about politics, but I think people followed it. Like, the president is paying very close attention to what's going on, which just promotes the sport no matter what it is.
Right.
So it was a really big deal. And I think it's interesting, too, when you look at the NHL. These guys went to Four Nations, for example, in the Olympics is the same way. They're going to come back to the States, and they're going to be coming back to their teams, the Hurricanes, the Rangers, whoever they play for, and their teammates are going to be guys that they played against.
Yeah.
But what I love about it is that I haven't seen anybody like pick up or hold up anything again. I think about, maybe it's not this extreme, but Kobe Bryant and what was the number 5 guy's name? Was it Gasol?
For who?
He played with Kobe.
Number
the
5
Lakers.
was Rick Fox.
No, he wasn't number 5. He was the 5 on the floor.
Oh, the
big
center,
guy.
Pau Gasol from the
Right.
Spain.
So whenever they played each other, and Kobe didn't hold back from him.
No, he did not.
I think about that, and I'm like, man, I look at that, and I see grit and determination, and I love the way that they're dedicated to what they're doing. So there's that separation there, and I think that makes the tournament 10 times better versus if they just took it as more of an exhibition and we're going to go out here and have fun. These other countries that aren't involved in the NHL, they're not taking it that way.
Yeah.
So you can't either. And it's just made it great. It's been so fun to watch.
Yep. So, again, actually, tomorrow you can watch the American team in the quarterfinals play.
3 o'clock. They're playing.
It's at 3 o'clock. They're playing in Sweden.
Sweden, yes.
Play Sweden tomorrow. A lot of NHLers on the Sweden team, too.
Yep.
Should be a good game. And then, like I said, Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern will be the U.S.-Canada women's game. I know I'll be working, so I won't get to watch it, but I'm definitely going to record this one and come back and watch it later.
Oh, yeah.
Would be great to see a hockey brawl in the women's game.
You get ejected immediately.
Speaking of brawl, did you see the one between France and
I did not see
Canada?
it, but it doesn't surprise me.
There was a curling brawl. Did you see that?
It wasn't a brawl, but we're going to talk about it.
We're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But there was a fight in the France-Canada hockey game between Tom Wilson and, I don't remember the other guy's name.
The French guy's suspended, so.
Yeah. And actually, Tom Wilson had probably the first ever Olympic Gordie Howe hat trick.
Wow.
Goal, assist, and fight.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good one.
All right, so just real quick, too, I wanted to mention the U.S. bobsled team won the gold in the women's monobob and also won the bronze.
Mm-hmm.
And the ladies also run a bronze medal in the luge. So maybe we're picking up some traction here in the sledding sports that we've not had before. And then let's flip over and let's talk about the Canadian curling controversy. Harry, you want to talk about this?
Wow.
All right. Canada and Sweden, which apparently, unbeknownst to me, in the world of curling, no love lost between these two.
I think that's the number 1 and number 2 ranked curling teams in the country.
They are
in the world, I should say.
They are the top dogs. So, I mean, listen. Obviously, there's blood flowing between these two teams, and there was a little play where Canada's releasing the stone.
Yeah, the rock.
Stone. And I don't know why they call it the hog line, but I'd like to know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
The hog line is where you can't touch it anymore. You have to
release it by
before that. Yeah, and there's no touching it after that.
No, yes,
hold on,
no touching after that.
Yep.
Yes.
There's a very specific rule about that, however. So Canada releases a stone before the line, and just before it crosses, the Canadian, I think they call him tosser. I don't know what they call him, but he gives the stone a little nudge.
Well, he says he doesn't touch it.
But the video clearly says otherwise.
It sure looks like it. That's
so. He gives it a little. It's the lightest little nudge with his finger point, with the tip of his finger, before it crosses the line. Fair game. Okay. Well, Sweden player calls out said Canada player.
Now, can I interject a couple things? Okay, so number 1, once you leave it go, before it crosses the hog line, you actually can touch the handle again.
That's the part I was just going to get to.
You can't touch
the granite.
This granite at all, period. You can't touch it
and
at
that's exactly what he touched. Now, the part that's frustrating for Sweden. So anyway, okay. Stone goes down the ice, whatever. Sweden player pretty much accuses the Canadian player of cheating and saying that you double touch. You're not supposed to. And the Canadian player says, you can bleep off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't cheat. Well, if you go to the tape, and according to a ruling in not an Olympic match, but a previous match, I think it was a qualifier earlier or late last year, whatever it was. If you touch the stone after you let go, the stone, not the handle,
right?
That stone is disqualified. Like they remove it. They remove it, and that's the part Sweden's upset about because there was literally a ruling about it. They said if you touch the stone again, which clearly they did.
Yeah, you watch the video. I don't see how he did not touch it again.
And I don't even. What kind of a difference is he making by doing?
Well,
that?
all right.
Oh, hold on, man.
Wait a minute. We'll get to that in a second. Hold on. We'll get to that in a second. You do know that in these Olympics, the Canadian women's team actually did do a double touch. Got accused of it. Said yes, they did, and they took the stone off. just like you're saying, the ruling, the women's Canadian team actually did suffer that penalty this year. Yes.
Which I think is what the argument is for Sweden. It's like, okay, listen, this is a very clear thing. Like, it's already been a point made of it.
Right.
Why are...
Yep.
So, who ended up winning that match?
I don't know. I think Canada still won.
So, yeah, Bryce, you got to think of this. Think of, like... I don't want to make a comparison. All I can think of is, like, maybe you're playing pool on a bowling lane. Like,
okay, yeah.
So there's no traction or anything. The very slightest touch can push it like another 10 feet.
Yep.
Like, it takes nothing to move those things, which is surprising because things are great, but they're moving on ice.
They weigh like 44 pounds.
Yeah, well, and that was the thought process. Like, these things are so heavy, but they're on ice. So, like, to understand what kind of a difference this is making, it's actually kind of a very big deal, right?
Yeah. And I noticed too, like usually before they throw, they'll wipe them off. Here's my thought about it was, when they let it go, they put a little bit of curve on it or a little bit of spin, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Are you putting your finger on there because you go, oops, I spun it too much? And if you just barely touch it, you could slow the spin down? Yeah,
there's a lot that goes into it. I'm going to send you this video. This will give you a breakdown of the whole thing.
Yeah, send it to me.
But essentially... trying to find the ruling that was very specific about how you can and cannot do this.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting that they're saying they didn't do it, but you watch the video and you're like...
there's no argument.
There's almost no way he did not touch that again.
This is what the rule says. And this was, again, after something like this had previously happened. During forward motion, touching the granite of the stone is not allowed. This will result in the stone being removed from play. Violation of this rule will result in the stone being removed from play. I don't know why they said it twice. But anyway. So, in theory, that stone he threw after he touched it with his fingertip. Now, only him and the stone know if he actually did touch it. But it 100% looks like he did. And it could have been like nothing. But the part I find ironic about this whole thing is Sweden had cameras set up before the match because they knew Canada would try to do this.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't think about that. You're right.
Sweden had cameras set up because it's...
at the hog line.
So Canada maybe has a little bit of a... them Canucks are cheaters! Give them their maple syrup and their hockey, but don't give them curling.
Really?
It's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, so it caused a rigmarole. So... all
right.
Interesting, though.
Real quick, what else are you watching in the Olympics? Anything else?
The quad god fell.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
But I give him a lot of credit. He was out there cheering on the guy, the other participants still after his, his disappointment finishing 8th. Remaining still, I mean, listen, have they done team bobsledding yet?
I don't know.
I don't think they have. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, the 4-man bobsled.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I don't think so.
Well, there's 2-man and
right. There's 2.
So they haven't done those, so I'll watch those.
Yeah.
Because that's always fun to watch, especially if Jamaica's in it. The hockey, obviously.
Yeah.
I don't think snowboarding's done. I like watching snowboarding.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, the skiing too is a lot of fun. Like the downhill.
Alpine. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's a whole lot of fun to watch as well. I think luge is done now.
I think so.
Are they doing skeleton?
Skeleton may still be happening. I've been seeing some stuff from today.
Yeah.
Anything that goes down a tube of ice, I'm really all about.
Yeah, really.
When they're going 70 miles an hour on this little sled, and you're like, whoa.
Did you guys see Jason Kelsey hopping a bobsled? Did you see that? You got to look at that. That was interesting.
I've done the same exact thing he did in Park City.
Really?
I've done that.
Oh, that looks like so much fun.
Yep.
Saturday, I don't know if this is completely over. I would assume most of it is, but the short track speed skating was really good. U.S. has a couple of golds in the speed skating, which honestly, like, I love the. I'm not as big on the short track stuff. Like I prefer like watching them the longer distances.
Yeah.
But it is still pretty interesting. And you watch, just the way they go around the track, and they do it so perfectly. And they're putting their hands on the ice as they're going around. They've got those gloves on. And that to me is really interesting too, to see how they, like in the longer distances, even on the short track, how they hold out their. They hold out, and maybe they'll wait a little longer than the other guys to press forward or whatever. But sort of how they balance that, I think there's a lot of technical stuff that happens that's pretty interesting. But that's a lot of fun. But the Winter Olympics, I think when you compare it to the Summer Olympics is great. But I have so much fun watching these guys fly downhill on a pair of skis at 60 miles an hour.
Pieces of board.
Yes, man.
And jumps are fun, too.
Yes.
I was always a big fan of, like, the half pipe for the snowboarding and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Have they done that? I don't think they have.
I think so.
I think
short track speed skating. The only problem I have with it is if one guy goes down, he just takes out half the field.
Yeah. Well,
you know
they're so close
and
together.
It's kind of like, they're going
it's like the Tour de France.
Half the guys.
It's like Tour de France.
Yeah.
So
I like the other speed skating.
Yeah.
The longer distance. The longer track.
Longer
you got
straightaways.
Two people, and they're really going for time.
Yeah. Now, what I don't understand is, like, how they decide, like, who gets to take the inside win, or, like, especially, like, at the beginning, it obviously makes sense, but then you get towards the end of the run, and you're like, who gets the inside here? But that makes for some great finishes when you've got a guy behind, but he gets the inside. So, I don't know. That's really fun. I wish I could do it. I've skated. I know you're pretty good at skating, but I cannot skate at all. So, it's impressive.
All right. I'm trying to see real quick. So, apparently, this year the viewership for the Olympics is way up compared to 2022.
Really?
Way up. Like that's what I was just trying to look up. And I couldn't see the exact numbers, but they're saying comparatively.
Wow. I feel like I haven't watched as much as I used to.
I catch the highlights. I don't watch as much.
Yeah.
But
I think YouTube and stuff, you go and watch that's what I've been doing a lot, is watching like the 10-minute recaps of the day and seeing what goes on. Just to put things in perspective, the U.S. has 21 medals right now. They've got 6 golds, 10 silver, and 5 bronze.
And they're in third still, aren't they?
Yes, I think so.
Because Norway's
a number one.
Who's number 2? Italy. Italy's number 2.
Yeah.
They're cleaning house.
Yep. All right, let's move on to college basketball. Big game this weekend, and I like to see this in season. Number 1 Michigan against number 3 Duke on a neutral court. 6:30 on ESPN.
Tough sledding.
Either one loses, they're not going to drop too much.
No.
I mean, I can see
unless it's a blowout.
Unless it's a blowout, but I can see Michigan. If Duke beats Michigan, I can see them dropping down to number 2, and Duke probably stays at 3, or maybe Duke goes to 2, Michigan drops to 3.
Again, I think that's the manner of the game.
But here's your other thing: Houston, who was number 2, lost last night to Iowa State. So there's the potential that if Duke beats Michigan, Duke could be number 1 next week in the poll.
Oh, 100%. Right? I think it's a given at that point. But I also think, again, if I don't know, say Michigan wins on a buzzer beater, I'm not going to be surprised if Michigan's 1 and Duke's number 2. Duke can move up with a loss.
I'd agree with that. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, but that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard if Duke and Houston both lose, because Houston beat Duke earlier this season. So that's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, Duke's lost to Texas Tech.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I was thinking.
Duke's lost to
Are you
Texas
sure?
Tech. Yes, I looked it up.
Okay.
82 to 81. It was at Texas Tech.
Carolina's down 14.
All right. So, hey, real quick, just we could talk about it a little bit too. The rankings. Michigan number 1. So they play Duke on Saturday, but they also played Purdue before then. Houston is number 2. They just lost last night to Iowa State. I think on the 3-pointer at the end of the game. They play Arizona coming up, and then Duke's number 3. And obviously, Duke's next game is against Michigan. Arizona is 4. They've dropped 3 spots because they've lost 2 games in a row, and they're getting ready to play BYU. And then number 5, UConn. Number 6, Iowa State, who they may move up in the poll since they just beat Houston last night. And then Purdue, Kansas, Nebraska, and Illinois. Make your top 10.
Kansas is getting hot.
And I believe Carolina actually right now is number 15. They dropped a little bit.
Yeah, they're
16th.
They were 14th. They're 16th. They'll probably be 22nd after they lose to NC State tonight. So that's terrific. And then they've got obviously Caleb Wilson. He's out, and we'll talk about that.
Well, you can bring that up right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, let's break it down. So he has the injury. It's a hand injury. Happened in Miami. It's tough because it's a really bad point of the season. Now, supposedly, they're working on getting him back into play, and he's been practicing with a cast. I don't know why you would put him back on the floor with a cast on, but the timeline for this was 4 weeks that I saw on Saturday. They were saying 4 weeks at minimum. That's when he could come back. Still not enough time for the Duke game, so that's a great news for Boozer. He's going to have a breezy game. But then when you look into postseason play, maybe there's potential he comes back. But Carolina's really struggling. Carolina's having a lot of difficulty. Now, they landed a 5-star recruit today, which was really huge for Carolina looking forward. But looking this year, no Vasar tonight, which is really big. He's been a key component. High is a guy that played very well on Saturday in the Pitt game. And you like to see some of these guys have good games because they haven't had a lot of playing time throughout the season. But there's just so much uncertainty with Carolina right now. And not only their injuries, but there's a lot of youth on the team, a lot of new pieces. And so I just don't think, like, even looking into the postseason, Carolina's got a really tough hill to climb. And right now they've not had a good couple of weeks. And it's just been a tough time for Carolina. So looking into the Duke game, great message for Duke. I think that if Duke wins this game at Michigan, I think that there's potential. Maybe they don't slide into number one right away, but I think they end the regular season at number one because Duke's got a great outlook. So when you look at Carolina, probably not their year. Duke's got a great thing going. And so looking ahead, Carolina's got a tough game tonight. They've got a tough couple of games. They've got Louisville on Monday. They're number 24, I think. And then I'm not sure what it looks like after that. As far as Duke goes, they've got Virginia, I know, who's number 14 right now. So, and then they've got Carolina down the road. They play Notre Dame at some point. But when you're looking at the Tar Heels, it's just kind of that end of the season slump. You've got injuries to work with. Wilson's out, and he's been the biggest player all year. And, we've seen games where he's not hot. He's still in the game, but he's not hot. And Carolina, without him, even when he's on the floor, if he's not having a great game, they just haven't been anything all season. So you're going to see them drop significantly, especially if they lose tonight. Carolina, you're questioning how long do they stay in the top 25 after tonight.
Yeah.
Good point.
I would agree.
All right, let's move on real quick to the quick recap here in the last 4 or 5 minutes. So over the weekend, I want to bring this up. A couple games were delayed by some odd occurrences. So let's start off.
Popcorn one's the one.
We're going to go with the other one first. So basically the Checkers were supposed to play Hartford Wolfpack on Sunday. Well, if you live around here, it rained on Sunday. Well, the Bojangles Coliseum roof had a couple of leaks, which made the ice unsafe for play, and they had to postpone the game to Monday.
You would have thought it just froze on the ice.
Yeah, but it would make it uneven.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, like the rumble strips on the side.
That would have been kind of cool.
He's going. He's got a breakaway. He trips.
He's airborne. You got a couple jumps out there, some obstacles.
Yeah. Or the puck. Think about the puck bouncing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Instead of it sliding down the ice, it's going do-do-do-do-do-do, right?
Well, so that would hit you in the
down
face.
the ice.
Yeah,
anyway, so that wasn't the weirdest one of the weekend, though, because I thought that is kind of weird. Rain delay in a hockey game, right?
The place is like 100 years old, though.
Yeah,
what is it, like 80 years old?
Game postponed due to rain. Indoor hockey game. Okay. But the craziest one, and I am wearing my Oklahoma Sooners shirt today in honor of this, the craziest one was on Saturday. The Sooners, I believe they were playing Arkansas. The game was delayed at the Lloyd Noble Center by 5 minutes because of the concession stand. One of the concession stands, the popcorn machine, caught fire.
Yeah, it didn't just catch fire.
Yeah.
It was on fire.
People running
it was on fire.
If you haven't seen this, you got to YouTube it because it didn't just catch fire. It was on
it looked
fire.
like someone was pulling like a sizzling steak out of the oven, and the flames are just shooting out.
Yeah, I hope they discounted the popcorn too. I mean,
when you first see the video, it's kind of cool because they're showing the court, and you're like, "What's going on way up there?"
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, there's a popcorn fire going on." And then they show it, and you're like, "Whoa, yeah, that's a fire!" All
He's
right.
like, "I hope they discount the popcorn." By the way, they're probably making the Boy Scouts popcorn.
Yeah. Did this happen at the beginning of the game or during the game? Or
I think it was in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
It was I believe it was during the first half.
So did they just postpone it till
No,
later
they just
in the
held
day?
up. No. They just had the game got stopped for like 4 or 5 minutes while they got the fire out.
Yeah. I saw. Just imagine being in the upper level doing that too. All the smoke that's coming up. Like, I don't know what the arena's like at Oklahoma. I don't know if it's that big or not, but that would be like if you're in section 327 and it's right above this concession stand. Could you imagine? Like the rest of the game, you just can't see because there's smoke everywhere.
All right, and then let's talk a little bit about the NBA tanking and fines this week. 2 teams. One of them was the now I'm forgetting the Jazz. Yes, the Jazz got fined $500,000, and somebody else got $100,000.
I was going to say it was more than 1,000, but
it was $100,000. But the NBA has a definite problem. I was listening last night to an ESPN talk show, and they were talking about how right now the NBA has 10 teams who basically are trying to lose
because they want the Cam Boozer sweepstakes.
They want the number 1 pick, and this is becoming a major problem in the NBA. And the thing is, when I say they're trying to lose, they're just not playing their best players in the second half. They're letting them sit on the bench, and there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
Major problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, are you going to go pay $200 for a ticket to the basketball game knowing your team's going to try to lose?
Well, that's the thing. People are going to really start having an issue where they pay to go to these games and the other team is essentially setting their players.
Or in some cases, your own team, right?
Yeah.
In some cases, your own team is not playing their players.
Yeah.
That's a big problem.
It is.
That they will have to deal with. All right, one more.
Before we go to that one.
Okay.
Y'all watch the Seton Hall Boston College baseball game? Anybody?
No.
Brian, I'm surprised you haven't seen this. Do yourself a favor. Go look at just Google Seton Hall baseball, and you will find something interesting.
Okay.
I'm surprised you didn't see this. Player hit a home run for Seton Hall, and as he was rounding first, turns to his team to celebrate, jumps up and down. When he came down, his ankle went. He could not finish the trot, and guess what? The team lost by 1.
Ooh.
Yeah, look it up.
I'll look it up.
You got to see this. It's crazy, and it's unfortunate. But what I was going to say is, man, it's tough. Those freak accidents, they happen in sports. It sucks, but man, that's a tough one.
All right, one more. So this one I came up with the other day. I heard somebody mention this on the radio. So this covers all sports. So Bryson, you need to get in on this one. Who is currently the best coach in sports?
Are we including soccer? Because you can name about
sports.
You can name about two or three collar soccer coaches over in the UK that are pretty well, I would say, known and have a very good track record.
Okay.
I cannot remember his name, but the Liverpool FC coach, Manchester City's coach.
Okay.
But if we're sticking to American, if we're talking like American sports, he just saw it. He saw it.
Oh, wow. I just watched it.
So it's hard not to start this conversation with Bill Belichick. I don't care what he did last year.
Current though. Well,
exactly.
Okay.
It's hard not to start this conversation with Bill Belichick. He's got multiple championships. He's essentially classed himself as the greatest coach of all time in football, and he's still current. Granted, last year obviously was a little different for him, but he also made a transition from NFL to college. So I'm not going to hold that against him. If you want to not start with Bill Belichick, I think you could probably start this conversation with someone like, whoa, alarm going off, John Harbaugh maybe? John Harbaugh or Bill Self?
I'll throw you a couple out there.
What about Kurt Signetti? Are we bringing him into the conversation?
He's one of them I'd bring in. I'll tell you.
If we're talking about hottest coaches, 100%
results.
Best coach in sports right now.
Like at this moment.
I'll give you my other one. So here's the thing. So I have one that I thought about, and it was like, okay. But then somebody brought up Signetti, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty good answer.
Hard to argue with Signetti.
I'll tell you who the answer I heard, and I somewhat agree with this, was Don Staley.
Okay, so you can make that argument, but if we're going to go in that sport, I'd probably still take Gino.
Which is what Jeff Smith said this morning when I was in here. Yeah. He said Gino.
Listen, Gino to me is Bill Belichick in women's college basketball. Currently, hottest, yes, Don Staley obviously has an argument for that title. Same with Kurt Signetti, but I'm thinking like
right. In sports, yeah.
Well, I'm thinking longevity, how long you've been doing, how long you've been good at it, which is why I started with Bill Belichick. Gino, obviously, like I said, you can make that argument as well. You guys could fill me in because I couldn't think of someone, but I don't know a whole lot. Is there anybody in hockey you would consider?
Well, do you look at a guy like Rod Brindamore? He's never missed a playoff. He's coached for 8-9 years now, never missed a playoff. Now, it hasn't won a championship, but he's consistently brought his teams to the playoffs, especially the first team he started with.
Well, I'll give you another one. I'll give you one I think better than him in hockey.
Maurice?
No. John Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
Who has also had success on the international level.
True. So you add that to the conversation.
All right, boys.
I like it.
It's a good question. It's been a quick hour, 5 minutes
ask the Rook next week.
on the sports recap. We will be back next week at 7 o'clock here on WAME Real Country 92.9 and 550 AM. We'll see you next week at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night.
Peace out.
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
With us are in news. I'm Keith Peters in Washington. Authorities say 6 backcountry skiers have been found alive, and 10 others are still missing after an avalanche in Northern California during a powerful